Hello, friends. Okay, so I want to start out by saying greetings, ladies and gentlemen. You are my esteemed guests, and you're fabulous, and you have tasted your fabulosity. And maybe these days it feels a little lost, or maybe this couple days it feels loud, but whatever you're wanting in your life feels like a little bit like a dangling carrot. So that's what's happening in my world. Actually, I will own that projection. So I am beyond thrilled to sit before you and to say that something extraordinary is happening in 8 days. Like, what the fuck? How fast did time go? We already had Video Vixen in the summer. Now we're hitting the winter. It's dark. It's not an easy time, but the world is in darkness. And we are cyclical beings. And up until the 21st, it's the darkness. So I want to set our pulses racing and ignite the sparks of creativity in all of us. There's many of you who have done Video Vixen before. There's many of you who have not. There's some of you who are new to these groups. So welcome. I am showing up right now in the women's group and the men's and women's group. Enchantress Society is just for women. And relational embodied intimacy is for men and women. And it's important to know that in case you feel shy in mixed genders. So just know that that's an option for you. And I'm here to bring some excitement, some joy. I wasn't feeling excitement and joy. I was feeling just kind of like, okay, we're doing this again. And I want to bring some energy to it. So I joined a friend's coaching group. And all of a sudden I was like, oh yeah, I forgot all the joy that I have in leading people that I believe in. And so over the 18 days, so we start on the 12th, and the creative genius that resides in all of us will be exposed. And so last night I did stand-up comedy, and I said, doing stand-up comedy, well, I didn't just do stand-up comedy. I produced a show, a Rockaway review show. And it's like taking your pants down. It's like saying, I'm so cool. I could stand on this stage and entertain you. And people who like me really wanted to laugh, but it was new material. And so none of it, I mean, that's how I remember it, got a laugh, but it wasn't the point. So what Video Vixen is, it's about your uniqueness and you convincing yourself that you're fucking amazing, even when it doesn't feel good. So you could be a dancer, a singer, an actor, a comedian, a creator with some unique talent, or maybe you don't even know what your talent is and you just feel boring. Well, I'm going to pull that out of you. And so every day you're going to wake up knowing that you have this mission going on, but you also have this moment to inspire people and inspire yourself around the globe. I mean, let's keep it real. So if you're here, say hello. I'm using StreamYard, which means you can register on it and then I'll see your name, but you can say hello if you want. I'll check it later. So starting on the 12th, you're going to do 18 days on your chosen social media platform. And imagine you're going to set it ablaze with your creativity and the ownership of your amazingness. So the mission is simple. You're going to post the video every day. And you're going to use the hashtag Video Vixen Mission, and the world's going to witness your incredible spectrum of thoughts. And maybe some actions and maybe some art or whatever you have that you want eyeballs on. But what's a mission without rewards? So one of the new things, there's going to be several new things, but one of the new things that we're going to do is you're going to get a big award. And, I have Enchantress t-shirts and I have my book and maybe some other things that are enchanted treasures. So that is something to look forward to. I'm still selling clothes and selling all the things that light me up and excite me. And some of them I've had for a long time. So, and I'm getting a whole bunch of new things. So I'm going to be giving out prizes for real, mailed to you in your freaking mailbox. Good for men and women. And now I can actually feel the excitement, and I'm excited for you to embrace this mission. And we're going to make these 18 days together a beautiful festival of creativity in the darkest time of the year, going through the threshold into 2024. That's insane. So I want to think of it as like an enchanting dance, a dance that showcases your existence. And visibility is the spell that transforms the hidden parts of you, the parts that are considered unlovable, annoying, insecure, and bring them out to the people. Now, if I say it like that, do you get turned off? Well, who cares? Let's just see what happens. So it's a laboratory, it's an experiment, and I'm doing it to drum up the excitement, even in the darkest days of our planet, because the 21st of December is winter solstice. So it's the darkness up until then. We're farthest from the sun. And then after the 21st, we go into the light. So I'm adding prizes. That's one. The second thing I'm adding, I'm not going to tell you about yet, but I got the idea the other day while doing the live sharing with Tanya. And it was like, oh my God, duh, of course we're going to do that. I'm so excited about it. So I'm going to give a quote from a man named Walt Disney. Never mind his politics. What I do like that he said was, let me find it. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So, my fellow video vixens, let's embrace this mission with courage, passion, excitement. Are you ready to begin on the 12th? So, up until the 12th, I invite you to invite one friend personally. It's so much fun when you bring your friends to the party, any party, but especially the Video Vixen party, because it makes it more vibrational, right? There's a million reasons. I could choose the right words, but whatever the fuck, it's good to have more people. It's good to have people that have never done it before. It lights all of us up. And the biggest thing that I believe, and that we all, I think, in these two groups believe, is if you're successful in something, you want to bring other people up with you. That is our responsibility as humans, as creatives, as artists, as sensitive people, is that we want to get people out of suffering. And, suffering is so subjective depending where you live in this world. But for me, suffering is personal imprisonment. When you sit home and you get doom scrolling, when I sit home and I doom scroll, it's like I have Cooper to care for, but otherwise I live alone. And so no one knows if I'm sitting for 12 hours. Thanks. Yes. Good, good, good. If I'm sitting and just scrolling, right? So most of us can totally bullshit ourselves. And I'm inviting you and myself to get out of that funkity funk, to get out of the place of it's dark, I'm tired, or it's dark, life is going fast, and to have like subtle feelings of giving up. So my question to you is, do you have something in your world that you're a fuck yes to, that you feel lights you up? And if you do, type yes. If you don't, it is just as powerful to say no. And why I say that is, this is not about getting ready to be perfect before you show up. This is showing up with your warts, showing up with the parts of you that are just like, ooh, uncomfortable. You don't have to share those parts, but you do have to share, I have those parts. So even right now, as I'm live, I am focusing on what doesn't work. It's just what I do. But the more I go live, the more those things don't mean as much to me. And that's where I want to bring you in. That's where the alchemy happens, which is if you wear a teeny tiny bikini one day and you say, oh my God, I look so fat. This is gross. I'm never doing it again. Or You wear that shit every day, every day. And by the end of the summer, you're walking, you're jiggling, you don't give a fuck. It's through the doings we come to life. Through the doings, through the actions, through the showing up, we come to life. If you always do your video vixen while laying in bed, do it when you put your shoes on. When you have your shoes on, I wear these shoes around the house. I'll show you. They're Dr. Scholl's. They're a little bit comfortable, and I feel tall. When I'm schlumping around in my fucking socks, there's a different way I show up in the world for clients. There's a different way I show up in the world for friends. There's a different way I show up for myself when I have certain music on, these shoes, and I'm like strutting around my house. And so we're going to bring that energy of what makes you turn on. Comfort. Listen, I'm a big fan of comfort, right? I love this sweater. I love this one piece. I love these shoes, but it doesn't really get me far in life. And there are places for comfort, tons of them. It's your responsibility to find them and indulge. But this mission is not about comfort. This mission is about getting curious about how you can operate yourself in a way that pushes the edge. If you're a perfectionist and you're always dressed up and you're always getting ready for the video, for you, it might be taking all your makeup off and laying down in bed. I don't know. That's for you to decide. That kind of stuff is self-discovery. That kind of stuff is for you to self-study, right? We are, thank you, Gregory, lab rats. We are deciding, how do I want to show up for this? So in the comments, it'd be great if you could, it's different than an intention. How do you want to show up? Do you want to show up gracefully? Do you want to show up as a thought leader? I love those people. Do you want to show up as a fashionista? Do you want to show up and put your best stuff on? So I'm going to send you a meditation, and the meditation is a visualization about how at the end of the 18 days, you'll show up. And that could be, I want to show up as an artist, like you've never claimed it. Do you want to show up as an author? It's like these titles and these roles we have the desire for, but we're like just thinking of ourselves as our fucked up, messy self. Well, that's not helpful. And unless you declare it, there are people who will never pay attention. So thought leader gets a lot of credit from me. And if you're an artist, if you're a speaker, then call yourself that. It's not about waiting until you do it and then giving yourself the title. It's not how energy works. Energy works by following energy. So you got to give it something first. It is interesting, right? So like if I want to, what the other thing that's interesting is I like the word celebrity. It doesn't mean, I don't think of celebrity as Hollywood. Like that's not the kind of celebrity I want to be. If I were really honest, and this feels really vulnerable and like what you're not supposed to do, somebody, oh yeah, good. Good. You're learning already. It's amazing what a thought leader is, right? I was out to a party the other night. It was a show. And somebody said out loud, "Oh, Enchantress, who's that? What does she do?" Or something like that. Now I was sitting in the audience, so my friend on stage said, "Oh, the Enchantress is here." And somebody said, "Who's the Enchantress? What is that?" And this guy that I had a fight with several years ago because he was kind of rude and I just stopped talking to him. He said out loud under his breath, "She's a guru." And I literally, it took my breath away. I was sitting with Mindy when he said it. And I was like, wow, that really, I feel emotional right now, even saying it out loud. It was one of those things that just like, I felt so seen by this guy who I think thought whatever is a jackass. And it just felt, I felt really seen. And what I want for you in this mission is to feel seen, right? There's so many titles you can give yourself in one 24-hour day. And I don't have to say it out loud, but some of them aren't nice. And I want you to see yourself like, I think about Oprah Winfrey, or I think about, other people who are like well known by everyone. And if you ever listen to Lisa Nichols, she's amazing. I haven't seen her in action a lot, but she's this great speaker. And she talks a lot about this. And she talks about this story when she was driving to give a talk and she was late. Anyone know that feeling? Type yes in the comments. I experienced that. I have, and it sucks. It's like you're getting to the place and you're late and there's nothing you could fucking do about it. Let's say like traffic, like that kind of stuff. And she was like, oh my God, I'm going to be late. And she was racing in the car and feeling anxious. And I don't remember the story exactly, but it was something about she was racing and she was nervous. And then when she started looking around, oh my God, I feel like crying again. People started waving to her and they're like, we're coming to see you. Ah! And it's like she was in traffic with her audience and they were all, and the more she looked around, the more people were waving and they're like, we're coming to see you. And it's that trade of seeing yourself as like loser, this, that, the other thing. And I don't know whatever your words are, but basically taking your own power away and throwing it under the bus and throwing it under the bed and being like, not even thinking about it, just sort of being all day, every day. And so I have those feelings no matter what I'm doing, no matter how I appear. But when this guy, let's just call him D, said she's a guru, I was like, who the fuck am I? How dare I sit and be mean to myself? Like, how dare I, who has a natural leadership that loves helping people and seeing people and guiding people and partnering with people to make their lives great, how dare I treat that human who is such a powerful leader like shit? How dare I do that? So my mission for this mission is to inspire the fuck out of you with prompts, with my own showing up, and with you showing up with yourself, answering questions, being your blazed open hearted, creative, interesting self. And here's the thing, I fucking want to make this so clear. Being interesting doesn't mean you're doing a lot of things. It's just about being vulnerable and truthful and authentic. That's it. So 15 minutes ago, when I was like on hold, doing some clothing, feeding Cooper, I was not looking like this. And I was like, Shane, actually, I'm having a great day today, but I have my shoes on. I put the gloss, the lipstick, I did all the things. And I was like, go get him. I looked up the quote, like I did some things. That's my process. I didn't know I was going to be so fired up. I was like, fuck it. Maybe they'll think I'm fake, but I got to do something. And so I can show up in my best form because I care. So if you care, type the word care. And this is for everybody listening on the replay too, whether it's a live stream in the group or on YouTube. That's really important these days, especially in the darkness from now until the 21st of December. Great that we find the light. We find the light. It is a time of miraculous lighting. Beautiful. Thank you. And we have the light, even if it's covered up and dark, and it's hibernation time. It's why I picked this time for Video Vixen is it's hibernating time. So it is time for us to be quiet and shy and introverted. And I'm like, yeah, well, let's flip the script, alchemize all the awkward that comes with showing the fuck up and see what happens. As Gregory said, we are lab rats and we are the ones that are in this laboratory with ourselves, and there's nobody that's going to force you to do anything. My call to action for you is to personally invite one person. Just fucking do it. If you're like, Shane, I can't do it, ask me for a little email. I'll send it to you. Maybe I'll do that anyway. It feels good. And then let's see what happens. And the prizes I'm excited about. What else? And then the secret that I haven't told you yet. All right. So I'm going to sign off. We have Trust Club tonight. I got amped for that. And if you have any questions, please do let me know. I'm getting that, what is it called? The visualization about how you want to show up. Okay, great. Great, great, great. And that's it. So have a beautiful rest of your day. Your night, whatever time you watch this. I am opening up the golden door to being great no matter what. No matter what. My intention is to show up fully and not just like get it done. That's it. All right, everyone. Thanks for showing up. Thanks, Gregory, for being a great attendee. I look forward to you getting a prize or two. I love the little black hearts. And if you're watching on the replay, let me know. Let me know you're coming to this party and type replay. And that's it for now. Bye.